Hi, I'm Tim Mulvihill, Station Archeologist for the Arkansas Archaeological Survey's Research Station at the University of Arkansas Fort Smith. I'm here today to tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in Marshalltown, Iowa, which is kind of interesting for an archaeologist because, among other things, it's the home of the Marshalltown Company, makers of the Marshalltown trowel, which is the preferred trowel of many archaeologists, at least I think it is. And we use these tools, after we sharpen the edges, we use these tools to help us in our excavations. I went to college at Iowa State University, where I majored in anthropology, and that is where I first was introduced to archaeology. My first archaeology professor, Dr. David Gradwell, required us to participate in a weekend of excavations as part of his archaeology class. We participated with his ongoing research at the Logansport site on the Des Moines River. And I can still remember working at that site, and after that experience, I was hooked. I always had an interest in history and the past, but this class really influenced me to change my major to anthropology. For the last 11 years or so, I've been teaching an Introduction to Archaeology class myself, which also has a small amount of field work as part of its requirements. And I really like giving the students that same opportunity that I had for hands-on learning. While I was still an undergraduate at Iowa State, I participated in a 6-week field school conducted by the University of Arkansas at a mound site in Arkansas. Came down for those 6 weeks, and 2 years later I started graduate school at the University of Arkansas and earned an MA in anthropology. And I've worked for the Arkansas Archaeological Survey for over 30 years as a station assistant at the ASU and Park and Archaeological State Park research stations, and then moved to Fort Smith in around 2004, and shortly thereafter started up the new research station at UAFS. And really, I like researching all different time periods of the past. It all fascinates me. From the earliest sites in Arkansas up into historic times. Archaeologists do lots of different activities, which helps to keep the job interesting. We record new sites, we make surface collections, we conduct geophysical surveys or remote sensing, we create maps of archaeological sites, we do archival research. Once we get artifacts back to the lab after surface collections or excavations, we clean them up and analyze the artifacts, and we write reports on our findings. And as station archaeologists, we're often contacted by landowners who have found artifacts or possible sites on their property and would like some help learning about them or guidance on what to do about them. We also have people come into the lab or email us or call us wanting help identifying artifacts that they found or possible artifacts that they found. And it gives us an opportunity to teach people about the past. And we do give a lot of public presentations to various groups. We do presentations to a lot of school groups. And I especially like working with the Arkansas Archaeological Society, a group of people who are just interested in archaeology in Arkansas and elsewhere. And we have people from all over the country that are members of the Arkansas Archaeological Society and all over Arkansas. And I really like working with them at the annual training program because, again, it gives an opportunity for hands-on learning. And I like it because I can meet a lot of different people from lots of different backgrounds who are all interested in studying and learning about past cultures. And I hope to meet you sometime in the future at one of our events. Thank you.